Hey everybody, it's getting close to New Year's, so I'm going to do a quick review on some of the knife companies and the customer service that I've had to deal with this year, and just kind of give you an idea of how it went and what I was doing with them and what they were dealing with from me. So I'm going to start down here. Positive experience. If y'all watched my video on this knife, the Jim Wagner Reality Base Blade, my dad saw it getting run over in a parking lot over and over by some vehicles and went over knowing that I like knives and brought it home. So when he brought it home, the pivot was loose and that was about it. And so if you can see, I don't know if we can get in contact, you can see there's a proprietary kind of pivot tool you need to deal with this. So I sent Boker an email. Oh, just banged on my thing. Sorry about that. And what they did, they said, hey, send us your address. And I just was wondering, hey, what do I need to do to buy a tool to fix this? And they said, send us your address and we will send you out a tool for free. Free of charge, free shipping, free everything. And sure enough, they did. They sent me out the tool that takes this off. And it also takes this self-defense glass breaker type thing off back here. But also, additionally, they sent me the torch driver tools for these. I didn't even ask for those, and they sent them to me. And then on top of that, there is another attachment that comes out and looks like a ballpoint pen cap, clicker cap, and so when it sticks in your pocket, it just looks like there's a ballpoint pen sticking out of your pocket, not a knife. So that's a different attachment, and I didn't have that obviously with the street knife that I got, and they sent that to me. So Boker, just aces in my book, did a great job on that one. Alright, let's work over here. Zero tolerance. In my attempts to learn how to sharpen, I decided to take a fairly expensive knife and just goofed it up seriously. And then on top of that, I managed to ding the blade on my hard tile floor here, the tip of the blade. So even though I had messed up the blade, I wasn't going to send it in, and then I just happened to ding the blade. Got in touch with them and they said go ahead and send it in, and for 30 bucks they sent me out a new blade. They put a new blade on for me, even though I had messed it up and they could see that I was a total Momo. They sent out a new blade. Let's see if you can see that a little bit better. And then when they sent the blade back, it hadn't been sharpened. It was just a blank blade. There was no edge. It was as dull as this. So I contacted them, gave them a call, and they said they made a mistake. Just send it back and they will sharpen it for free. And that's exactly what they did. And in fact, they sent me a shipping label, so I sent it in free of charge. So, zero tolerance, or Kai blades, just super aces. And I've dealt with them before on a Kershaw that I had that I unfortunately messed up sharpening that one too. So, yes, there you go. Don't send your blades to me to sharpen. Alright, Ganzo. I passed several emails to Ganzo, and all I got back from them was telling me that it was going to be there. What happened was I ordered a bunch of them back in August, or back in late July, and they were supposed to be here in late August, and then 1st of September got here, and my knives still weren't here, and I really didn't understand the whole Chinese knife system at that point just yet. So I contacted them, and all they could tell me was, hey, it's going to be here. But they weren't rude, and understandably, it's, you know, across a huge ocean, and so they dealt with it pretty good. It wasn't anything extraordinary. They didn't offer to send out any new knives, which I wasn't looking for. I was just kind of looking to find out where in the world my purchases were. So Ganzo, you know, I give them a C. Not excellent, but Nothing horrible. Alright, let's go to these guys. XIO. Just extraordinary people. Chinese knife makers out of Hong Kong. Of course, the first one I bought was the humongous cleaver. And I'll tell you what, buying these through Facebook, I would contact these guys all the time, just saying, hey, you know, how's it going? Or hey, what do you think about this? You know, tell me more about this cleaver. Because it was $200, and I was kind of afraid to just purchase it off the internet. And this guy must never sleep. He must sleep with the Facebook dinging in his ear all the time, because within minutes, every time I've texted this guy on Facebook, he's gotten back to me. So I won't give out his name, but he's really cool. The guys over there are pretty cool, very cool. And then when it came to this one, I've told you the story, but I'll just go real quick. I spent $330 on this one, and then they decided in the middle, after I had purchased this, about a week later, they decided they were going to lower the price. So instead of keeping my money and saying, hey, you bought it at the $330 price right before it went on sale, they sent me back $70. That just seems really honest to me. I didn't have any problems. The worst part about these, like I said before, is waiting to get across the Pacific Ocean to get over here. So, XIO, awesome. Boker was awesome. Zero tolerance. And Kai, very awesome. Ganzo is meh, but understandably meh. And then there's the Formax debacle. Cold Steel, they fixed the problem, but it was almost like they had a problem dealing with me. Like I was causing problems, or they shouldn't be bothered with me. I ran into one nice guy one time over there, and every other time it was, I don't know. It was like I was the cross-eyed kid going up to the really hot cheerleader and asking her to buy a raffle ticket for the chess club. And she kind of just looked down their nose at me and looked in her purse for $1. And then she just dropped it on the floor and ran away. Didn't even want the raffle ticket, just paying $1 to get away from me. And that's how I kind of got the idea. Like, we're going to take care of your problem. Send us some emails. We don't know what's going on. Sometimes I just didn't know. And there's been a couple knives that I've tried to talk to them about. And y'all have seen my cold steel collection. You know, I have 35, 40 cold steel knives. And they don't know how many I have, or actually I sent them a picture one time. They were impressed. But I don't know. It just seems like you got all of us guys out here. We could be spending our money different ways. And I love their products. I know some of y'all love their products. And it would just be nice to know that they were going to be cool when you called them. Yeah, maybe that's just me being oversensitive. Maybe I'll change that in the new year, but probably not. But you know, you spend thousands of dollars on their knives. You would think that they would just treat everybody that called in like somebody that was had spent thousands of dollars, even if it was just for a $25 roach belly or something. I know they're busy. They did fix the knife. I now have a Formax that had some custom work on it by Angie Demko, which is probably the coolest thing that's happened to Cold Steel stuff this year. But I don't know, Cold Steel, if you're watching, look for my phone number. I'm very sensitive. Don't make me cry anymore. So there you go. Just 5 knife companies that I dealt with this year. And just varying levels of customer service. Nothing horrible. Sometimes I would give Formax or Cold Steel maybe a B, and then other times I call in and I'd get like a D. It was never F, like get out of our hair, leave me alone. It wasn't anything horrible like that, but it just wasn't. This one, not really. And those 3, of course, just fantastic. All right, so there you go. This is the end of this review. I think I may have one more video in me before the night is through. And like here, subscribe here. If you've had any customer service issues or praises or poopy pants, comment down here. Have a happy new year if this is the last video of mine. Have a great new year, and I will talk to y'all later.